Thank you, Ted. Very informative. Next, we'll have the report of the Director of the Stamping Office by Joy Erven.
Thank you, John. It's nice to see everyone here in Los Angeles. Absolutely beautiful. We were up in San Francisco and it was pouring rain. Everyone came in, they were bedraggled, they were wet, they sat there. And we come down here, it's like God has smiled down on Southern California. It's sunny, everyone's laughing, they're having a great time. So we love to come down here and give the annual meeting down here. It's really a treat for us. They don't let me out of the office much, you know, kind of chained to my desk. But a few years back, I talked about change and how change was good and it was important and it was a necessity to the organization. But I couldn't have imagined then the changes that we would have gone through as of today, politically, socially, or economically. In times like these, it's important for an association like ours to step up the service to our members, to use the phrase, to know our role. The SLA plays an interesting part in the surplus lines industry. We're not a broker, we're not a retailer, we're not an insurer, we're not a syndicate. We're a statutorily appointed body whose existence is to serve those holding surplus lines licenses. When we see you, California surplus line brokers, encumbered by state regulation, our job is to clarify those regulations and promote compliance. In 2009, we kept a close eye on the regulations that were put forth regarding our industry and the needs of our members. And we also sought to add clarity and a smooth transition to the subtle changes mandated by the California Department of Insurance. We worked hard to improve our electronic communications. We looked for innovative ways to provide free CE credit. We formulated a plan to have the insurance carriers file with us electronically to help keep California's eligibility requirements clear and concise. We cut back on our expenses so that we could share in the belt tightening that we saw across the surplus lines industry. From a data collecting standpoint, we processed over $4.6 billion in premium, comprised of 424,000 items. That makes California the largest surplus lines state in the country. We facilitated 16 new companies to be added to the Leslie, which brings the total number of companies for your use to 208. We have watched our membership grow, and we now have 4,350 members. We provide training, CE credit, and advice to all of those members. Statistically, we are the largest association of our kind, but I'd also like to note we are an SLA that constantly strives to know its role. And we like to stay current with our members' needs. To give you an idea of what we've been up to this year, I have a few slides for you. Oops. Filed premium is just over $4.6 billion. That's a 19% decline from 2008. The stamping fees that we invoiced were $9,193,400. And the item policy count that we processed was 424,135. That's a 9% decline from 2008. This is how the breakdown looks for the members of our association between resident, non-resident, individual, and corporate. Our education department gave 34 seminars. We handed out 105 CE credits, and we issued 3,348 certificates. The largest writers of surplus lines coverage by company type, foreign insurers made up 77% of the business that was written, followed by Lloyd's and then alien insurers. The top 10 surplus line carriers in California, based on premium processed, The top coverages for 2009 were general liability, commercial DIC standalone earthquake, errors and omissions, all risk commercial property, and special multi-peril package. The top 15 largest filing brokers. And just so you know, this slideshow will be on our website tomorrow, so you'll be able to download this information. Also, it'll be published in our newsletter, different aspects of it, so if you get a chance, and if you don't get a copy of our newsletter, you can email our education department and get added to the list. I too would like to thank the managers of the SLA. They're sitting in the back right there, Linda, Pat, and Vienna. Can you raise your hands? I don't know if you've had a chance to meet them, but they are very hardworking and longtime SLA employees, and we really appreciate everything that they do. A few housekeeping items. State taxes are due March 1st. For those of you who hold a license but don't file any premium, you still have to file state taxes. There is a form on the website that's for those of you who don't file premium. You do it under your company's license. It's a zero premium. It's a one-page form that you send in. And also, the forms are on our website on the home page. They're in the upper right-hand corner. If you have any questions about how to fill out those forms, or anyone in your office has any questions, they can always give us a call. And Western States. Western States this year is going to be hosted by the state of Washington, but it's not actually going to be in the state of Washington. It's going to be in Whistler, Canada. The dates are July 21st through 24th, and you need to have a passport in order to travel there. And if you or your family members or any of the ones in your company that don't have passports, please make sure that you get one prior so you don't have to rush and get one if you're going to be attending the meeting. Oops. My final note is, please know that the SLA is doing all it can to provide services, cut expenses, and provide a vibrant marketplace for you. Any suggestions that you have or comments, please pass them along. The surplus line industry working together will weather these economic times and emerge stronger. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Very informative.